What's poppin', y'all? A podcast might have sent Leray new relationship into a tailspin because her new man, Justin LaBoy, who is really, really tight with Ye, but he originally blew up for posting. If you guys remember 40 Ounce Van, Justin LaBoy is a newer version of 40 Ounce Van. Where a little bit different though, in that 40 Ounce Van kind of had like a brand going on, but Justin LaBoy he has the Respectfully brand, but a lot of it was just posting quotes for a female audience. So Justin LaBoy had a lot of females on his audience. And in the Valentine's Day podcast, which keep in mind, Trippie Redd left Leray a long time, like a year ago, and then Justin LaBoy got with Leray very soon after Leray had a child. So this all starts with liking photos, which is very interesting because a lot of this ties back to Trippie Redd. So indirectly, Justin LaBoy here is like getting angry at Trippie Redd. So first, I'm going to play you guys the clip of the whole cheating argument.
Do you consider cheating?
Liking photos is cheating. Why are you shaking your head?
I don't think that's cheating.
Why?
I don't think liking a photo is cheating. That's
why though?
That's
Tell me why you don't. I don't want to cheers to that. Why?
Because you could be scrolling on your page and accidentally like a picture.
Accidentally double tap, right?
No, you don't have to double tap. If you go like this and it's the like
okay,
part
so
of the,
so listen.
like,
so this is the problem.
Like this,
so this is the problem.
Look.
Okay. I need you to comprehend what we're talking about.
No, I'm saying, but you could.
If you accidentally like something, what are you saying? Liking photos is cheating.
You have to.
I don't give a.
So here you got Leray talking about, nah, this is cheating, and then he's just arguing about the whole liking thing. I've just always found it odd, personally, when dudes are following dozens, if not hundreds, of chicks on social media that they're not music artists. They're not like creating content that they consume and content that doesn't have to do with anything explicit. So it's just like a weird thing to like admire from afar. Like I know married dudes that do this. I'm just like, dude, well, what is, it's incomprehensible. But the funny thing is, this goes back to Trippie Redd because she accused Trippie Redd of cheating on her. And this is Justin LaBoy didn't ask this question. But if you guys remember, the timeline of the relationship with Trippie Redd and Leray goes back way, way, way back. And before 2020, they were together. Trippie Redd was kind of blowing up. Leray gets with him. She was an underground artist at the time. They have their relationship. I'm really not going to say that Trippie Redd brought her up in any type of way because the hits that she had came after Trippie Redd. But anyway, they announced on New Year's Day 2025 that they were going to have a baby. So Trippie Redd has done this thing frequently where he gets back with his exes. It's just a Trippie Redd type of thing. But she had already been pregnant if they announced it. And that was in January. Keep in mind, they do have so keep in mind the January thing. And then her new man, Justin LaBoy, asks her about Valentine's Day. So this is really funny. I'm going to play you guys this clip.
Brokest thing a man has ever done for you on Valentine's Day?
I don't think I was ever in a relationship on Valentine's Day.
Huh?
I don't think so, no.
Don't say I don't think so.
No, I haven't. No.
I'm your first Valentine ever?
You're my first Valentine.
Damn.
I think so. If I did.
Don't say I think so. I'm tired of I think so.
Really?
I'm tired of you're thinking. Think deeply.
Because the most I've ever seen, I don't think I've ever been in a relationship on Valentine's Day, but okay. I did receive Valentine's gifts on Valentine's Day. And the worst thing the most I've received was some balloons or stuff. I don't let niggas buy me stuff.
Well, how could you say the most you ever received was some balloons or something, but you never had a Valentine's at the same time?
I said I never was in a relationship and made it to Valentine's Day in a relationship.
So you was...
I never made it to a relationship. I only been in 2 relationships, and
no, we're not gonna do that.
Go to the question. Go to the next question.
That's what I'm saying.
Go to the next question.
Accountability is a thing.
We can take accountability, but you gotta sit there.
You let playing your face during Valentine's Day, but in January they had a good time. December, like, then they spun back in March. Like, what? Let me know, honey.
Babe, I don't care.
So he thinks he's got a setup. So, he's like, okay, we got a punchline for this one. So he's like, oh, what's the brokest thing? So he probably expects her to say, man, like some guy did this. Some guy only took me to Red Robin. Some guy took me to Checkers. Some answer that, oh, we got a clip with this one. But he got a different type of clip than the one that he expected. She was just like, oh, I never had a Valentine's. And he's like, wait, well, hold on. What? Wait, what do you mean? Like, you're, what is Coi Leray, like 26, 27, 28 years old? Something like that. She's I'm not going to say she's pushing 30. But Coi Leray is a grown woman. It's not like she's a teenager. She's not 19 yet. She's 28 years old. She was born in late 90s. So he's just tripping out. And then she keeps going. She's like, nah, maybe somebody got me some balloons. But when you look at the timeline, and this goes back to the cheating thing, like we're just talking about Trippie Redd, because she talks about like, oh, nah, I was in 2 relationships. Wasn't she with Blueface? I remember there was a period of time when she was with Blueface. And on top of that, she was with Pressa. And she was with Pressa for years. So I don't know when so which one is she not considering a relationship? Because there's Trippie Redd, you have to consider that one. You had a kid with him, and you were with him 2 different periods of time in both of your careers. Pressa, Blueface, and I don't know anybody else. But she would post on January 23rd, 2025, which is a little bit, 3 weeks? Yeah, 3 weeks after they announced that they were pregnant, or she was pregnant, and she has a heartbreaking emoji, and she says, nothing worst than being cheated on. I wouldn't wish this pain on my worst enemy. God bless. Now, hold on. So back then, everyone was thinking like, yo, Trippie Redd was cheating on Coi Leray, this and that. But if Coi Leray considers liking a photo cheating, we know Trippie Redd's Trippie Redd's gonna let a like off. So what if this whole separation that happened between her and Trippie Redd was the fact that Trippie Redd liked the photo and she accused him of cheating on her? This seems like quite reasonable of her to do. But what does Trippie Redd do? I think Trippie Redd just had enough. And he says on February 18th, which is 4 days after Valentine's Day in 2025, he says, to every B I ever did wrong, I'll do it again. So Trippie at this point, and people were calling him lame. They were saying like, yo, you got a child. She's pregnant, this and that. Trippie Redd's like, man, screw all that. I don't care about any of that. Which, if we're keeping it a buck, if Coi Leray, this is her on camera on a podcast with her new current boyfriend that she likes. So imagine how frustrating or infuriating she may have been towards Trippie Redd. And Trippie Redd doesn't seem like he has much patience, considering he's up and leaving chicks all the time. Actually, Trippie Redd stays in relationships for quite a long time. Like I remember that Sky Morales girl. I do think Trippie Redd do be cheating though. But perhaps for a Coi Leray, since she knows the history of Trippie Redd as a cheater, him liking a photo means that it's going to lead to him cheating again. But putting that on Justin LaBoy is kind of unfair, because Justin LaBoy's got nothing but, it's like, for example, Zach Bia, right? Like every supermodel, famous girl on earth is following Zach Bia. They're all friends. Like Rihanna, he's cool with her. He's cool with everybody. So if Zach Bia is liking a photo of a chick that's probably one of his homegirls, because he's got hundreds of homegirls, or like at least cordial relationships, now you're going to come at him and say that he's cheating just because Trippie Redd was doing that? That's crazy. But in November, and this is the real funny part, he links up with, and by he, I mean Justin LaBoy, links up with Coi Leray very soon after she gives birth, because she gives birth in August to their baby, which Trippie Redd, he must have joined the PS5 party with Uzi and Playboy Cardi, because I don't even remember seeing him with that kid. But he takes a little bit of shots at the people that were with Coi Leray before, and he's feeling himself. Justin LaBoy, that is. So I'm gonna play you guys that clip right now.
Bad. Yo, thank you to every that ever fumbled you. Like God said, like everybody gonna drop her for you. It's a blessing.
So he's talking about, all these people that fumbled you, but then he has a moment of realization alive on camera in this next clip when he asks her about spending money.
Men only sounds bad to women who don't got no money.
I'll get you whatever you want.
No. Don't talk about me. You spent real money on other men in your past before?
No.
Look at me in my eyes.
No. I'm telling you no.
What's the most you ever spent on another man before?
Almost 100,000 on a watch. I'll never do that again.
So here you could really tell that this bothered him because she said, oh, I never bought anything. Oh, but I spent 100K on a watch. And then he's looking at like 100K on a watch. Yeah, and that's a watch that she bought Trippie Redd, that cheated on her, gave her a kid, that whenever she's talking about the kid, he's thinking about Trippie Redd. So you got Justin LaBoy over here tweaking out. Like, she's saying she would get Justin LaBoy whatever he wants, but he's thinking, wait, hold on. So you said you would get Trippie Redd that cheated on you and spend 100K on a watch. It was either Trippie Redd or Pressa that she got a gift. I know she was spending money on Pressa too, but actually Pressa has a disgusting bag. How? I don't know. I don't know how he's got it, but he's got it. Him and his brother. They really got it like that. So he's stressing out here. And then they break out into a full-on argument during the podcast, so much so that they have to make a major cut in the podcast.
You think I'm tender?
You're very tender.
Mother, I'm insane. I'm not tender.
You are insane and tender.
What makes you think I'm tender? I ever showed tenderness before? Mm-hmm. With who or what?
With me, you're tender every day. You're a tender. You're a chicken tender.
Clean that up. No, clean that up. Clean that up. Real shit.
No.
The thirds is watching.
Nah, baby, you're a chicken tender for real.
You think I am? What made me chicken tender for you?
I think that you're chicken tender because you the type to tell me like I brought you a plastic plate the other day. I made you steak. I made you whatever, turkey burgers or eggs or whatever, and I put it on a plastic plate. And you told me that the plate was flimsy and all kinds of shit. You was complaining about the plastic plate.
What's that got to do with me being
That's
tender?
mad tender.
Yo.
All right, I don't care. You're not tender then.
Is the definition of tender changing? I thought tender was like, for example, like a tender moment would have been the whole situation with like, oh yeah, you spent money on this dude and not me, and some sort of situation involving another guy or feeling some sort of emotion towards that. But I don't know if tender is him talking about a flimsy plate. Maybe that's just standards. I love plastic plates. What are we doing? Okay, so I'm going to pull out microplastics. We've all got microplastics, all right? Like, suck it up. Like, are your genetics so inferior that a little microplastic is going to harm you? Come on, man. But you get the plastic plate, you toss it in the garbage. There's no washing that has to be done. There's no, people will say, oh man, well, you can throw it in the dishwasher. I don't know how to use it. You guys know how to use a dishwasher? I don't know how to use that thing, all right? Now, granted, if mama's going to wash the plate, yeah, if mom's at the crib, she better not be handing me no plastic plate. Though mom's always at the crib. So mom's never hands me a plastic plate. But if I'm alone, if I'm somehow at a crib alone or somewhere else, yeah, plastic plate all the way. Like, she's just being cognizant of like, yeah, what do you got time to waste doing a bunch of dishes for? But yeah, that scenario, I don't think that's tender, but I do think she could call him like sassy or something like that. But that clearly bothered him more than anything else that was said. So he started to go off probably for quite a while, maybe a minute or so segment, maybe even longer, before she just gave him the, all right, you got it. Like, let's just move on from here. So Coi Leray, I do think these guys have really good rapport. These two, I think they are quite made for each other. I don't think it's toxic. I think it's a little bit played up. Although the whole cheating thing, yes, but that's partially due to Coi Leray's past. But this guy, he's seen all the sides of Coi Leray. They've been together, 4 or 5 months? That's enough. It's enough. She's not going to be able to hide all of that for that long of a period of time, especially because she was saying like, oh, she was making him food. And if they're at a hotel or if they're traveling, it's unlikely that she's going to be cooking there. Coi Leray also actually loves cooking. I remember she appeared on some like cooking YouTube show or something like that. It was good content. You should watch it if you haven't. So for her to be cooking, then they were most likely at either her crib or whatever crib he stays at. So honestly, I hope these two stay together. I don't think he does much for Coi Leray's career, to be honest, but I do think Coi Leray does a lot for his career, and he should try to do whatever he can to keep her around. Like, she's a good personality. Now, music-wise, I would like to see a hit out of Coi Leray. because I'm not going to say I would like to see some more music out of Coi Leray, because she was kind of independent and she dropped some music and the music was okay. It was pretty good actually, but I would just like to see her have a resurgence in her career with another hit. I like to see that out of everybody. But I don't know how motivated she is after having a child. Like, these are questions that I would like Coi Leray to answer, but I don't think Justin LeBoy is going to be asking them, because that's just not the topic of what he covers. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm going to see y'all on the next one.